Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Elite Discord Tournament number 2. This time we will see the Lockhorns face off against the Joyriders in the semifinals. This will be game 1 of the second round. We saw game 1 between the Thumpers and the Prowl last time out. 11-6 victory for the Thumpers as they beat up on the rested Prowl. Maybe that sweep didn't end up doing them any favors, but we'll see how the rest of that series plays out. Today we get to watch Les Ventura face off against Twirl Lupton. Les did not have his best outing. He was very successful in the first tournament. This time, not so much so far. Twirl, on the other hand, had a very great day last time out against the Underworld. So we'll see if things change or if they stay the same. We're going to get into this one. Let's make sure that the lineups are set. All right, we're going to see Gabriel Blanchard, second baseman, leading things off. He is locked in for the Lockhorns. Joe Tent, more like Joe Tense. He is going to be tense for this matchup. He'll be starting at shortstop. They prefer him over Tandy Saunders, apparently. He'll be in the 2 spot. Alex Hazard will be in the 3 spot, playing first base. J.R. Vang will continue to be the most formidable hitter in this lineup. He's locked in, playing in right field. Raiden Gaines will be DHing for this game. Marv Kim, as he usually is, will be in the 6 spot at third base. Elena Lim is locked in. She'll be manning center field, and then Pond Montez will be in left field, her secondary position, following things up with Emerson Smith, who is starting to get tired as he did not get a break between the last game and this one. And that will be Les Ventura on the mound. For the Joyriders, let's see the suggested lineup. We will have Finley Pickles leading things off in right field, followed by juiced Kayla Carter. So she's already a very formidable bat, a scary opponent for any pitcher. Now she's going to be even more so because of that juiced, the juiced health for her. Oakley Reddier, big grand slam in the last game to win things for the Joyriders. He's still locked in, playing center field. Caroline Gomez will be in left field for the Joyriders. Genevieve Peichel DHing today. Nick Everdale will be at third. Tusum Reed, he dislocated his shoulder. He is still not at full health. He is strained. He will go out there. He's going to gut it out, hitting in the 7th spot and playing shortstop. Talia Erickson will get the start behind the plate, and Luna Sandberg will be in the 9th spot from second base for Twirl Lupton. Let's jump into this one. Heading back to the Motor Yard. Again, these are 6-inning matchups. Best of 5 series. We shall see who wins out. The Lockhorns have been here before. They ended up getting defeated by the Buzzwings in the first tournament here in the semifinals. The Joyriders have already cruised through the first round, winning in 4 games against the Underworld. Now they're going to have to see what they can do against the Lockhorns. Starting things off is Gabriel Blanchard. Has Tier 3 contact versus righties activated here, batting .500 with 1 home run and 2 RBIs. And first pitch swinging, he'll go straight to third base. Nick Everdale tosses to first, out number 1. So nice little start there for Twirl. Joe Tent comes in batting .154. He is tense. Just so hard to watch him do his thing because he is nowhere close what his talent level shows. 0-2, and he takes the ball inside. And there he'll foul one off, just staying alive. Does not chase that pitch inside. And here, oh my God, as I speak, Joe Tent sends it to deep center field off the brick wall in the batter's eye. And he says, take that, Scootsy, as he sends it 444, his first home run of the tournament. And I imagine that will get him out of his tense mojo. Just crapping on him the entire intro, and then he does that. So nice a piece of hitting for him, something we don't see very often. And now Alex Hazard will come up. Twirl is still at neutral mojo. She has that tier 2 workhorse, so that should help her to last longer in this game, as long as she's not throwing too many of those meatballs to Joe Tent. 2-2 count with 1 out, and chasing is Hazard, swinging through that for out number 2. J.R. Vang will see the bases empty for him, batting .467 with 1 home run and 3 RBIs. Tier 1 Sign Stealer, so we won't likely see that activate. We won't hear on the first pitch as it's grounded to second. Out number 3 ends the inning, and J.R. Vang will go back to neutral mojo. We'll turn over to the Joyriders offense, who found some success against the Underworld. They do like hitting at home, as that's where they were doing a lot of their damage. We'll see if Les Ventura can keep that offense at bay. Sign Stealer activated and popped foul. 1-1 count. There's a ball hit hard to right field, but it's going to go right to J.R. Vang for out number 1. Kayla Carter comes in batting .417 with 2 solo home runs in the tournament. She is juiced right now, looking for an off-speed pitch. Pops the first one foul. Little Hack will activate here at Tier 2. Ball high. Another, so 2-1 count here. Les trying to be careful. There's an off-speed pitch. She swings right through. And with a full count now with 1 out, Kayla takes ball 4, so she'll get a mojo boost on top of that juiced fitness, and she's standing on first base with great speed. Oakley Reddier comes up batting .636, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. Tier 3 mind gamer, Tier 3 bad ball hitter. It's a bad spot for Les Ventura to be in right now. And with a 1-1 count and 1 out, popped foul there. And Oakley chases strike 3, as that one was well low and out of the zone, but he couldn't help himself. Swung at it, missed it. That's out number 2 for Les Ventura. So good pitching there. Caroline Gomez comes up, not out of the woods. Kayla Carter takes off for second base. Good throw, and that's going to be out. Nice throw from, I believe that's Emerson Smith behind the plate. He has a great arm, and he was able to get Kayla Carter, who was flying to second base, for out number 3. She loses her mojo. She's back to neutral, and that ends the inning. So Caroline Gomez will get the to lead things off next inning. Here we will see Gaines pop up behind the plate. It's going to stay in play for Talia Erickson, who will catch that for out number 1. Marv Kim with a huge home run. I don't believe it was the last game, but it was later in the series against the Justice. Tier 1 off-speed hitter. Takes a strike there. Twirl throws him a fastball. It's going to ground straight to third base. It'll be an easy toss to first to get out number 2. And now Alina Lim comes up, locked in, batting .583 with 2 RBIs. She's been playing very well for the Lockhorns in this tournament. And this time she'll ground straight to second base. That'll go to Kayla Carter, out number 3. So nice clean inning there from Twirl Lupton after giving up that solo home run to Joe Tent in the first inning. Now Carolyn Gomez actually gets to take advantage of her Tier 2 rally starter trait, which will activate because no one is on base. It was not activated with Kayla at first. So she has a little bit more of an advantage here. 1-1 count. Popped foul, down 1-2. Les will try and get the put-out pitch, but she makes contact and pulls it foul. There's strike 3, 100 miles an hour. So he reached back, gave a little bit more on that one than he normally would, and he's able to get strike 3 for out number 1. And Genevieve Peichel, who has been struggling, batting .167, will come up to the plate, trying to get the crowd into it. She hits that one off the end of the bat. It's going to be popped right behind shortstop. Catching that is Joe Tent for out number 2. All right, Nick Everdale comes up batting .333. He has 2 home runs so far and 3 RBIs. Takes an easy ball low. And there's strike 1. Les with a little bit of speed on those fastballs. He does have an elite slider, which I believe that was right there. And it's going to be a pop-up to shallow center. Elena Lim catches that for out number 3. So a clean inning from Les Ventura. And we're seeing a bit of a pitcher's duel here in this matchup. Lockhorns will see Pon Montez come up to the plate, batting .308, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Been pretty quiet for the most part. She'll swing and foul that one off, so it's down 0-2, and Lupton with the nice pitch there on the outside part of the plate. Pond doesn't believe it, but it looks like that's exactly where it ended up. So this is going to be out number 1 for Emerson Smith. He already threw a runner out trying to take for second base. This time he swings at the first pitch. It's going to be an easy fly out to left. And Gabriel Blanchard, who grounded out to third on the first pitch he saw today, will come up to the plate still locked in. And with that contact versus righties activated, he's 1-1 count here with 2 outs. And he'll pull one right to Kayla Carter, who isn't going to miss many plays. And that will drop Blanchard's mojo back to neutral to end the inning. So we now move to the bottom of the third. Joyriders looking to try and get on the board themselves. Try and match what's happening on the other side. Tusum Reed comes up for his first at-bat here since the injury. He's got the rally starter trait activated. Swings to the first pitch, and it's missed. And this time he grounds to first. That's out number 1. And Talia Erickson, who has found some success today as the backup or not today in this tournament, as the backup catcher, batting .400. Good contact from her. Also has Tier 3 sign stealer. Les Ventura is locked in right now. Off-speed pitch called, and that's going to be popped foul. Can Emerson get over there? Nope, not in time. Both Emerson and the third baseman, I think that's Kim, diving for that and missing. Off-speed pitch called for again, and it's going to be a full count with 1 out. Les gets strike 3, another 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and he's just blowing it by these Joyriders. Luna Sandberg, the number 9 hitter, will come up with Tier 2 Little Hack, not activated right now. If she gets on base, Tier 3 Distractor will be helpful. Les Ventura still locked in, and that's going to be a ground ball. So the first base hit from the Joyriders is from their number 9 hitter, and Luna Sandberg is on first base for Finley Pickles. Not the first base runner of the day. That was a walk from Kayla Carter, but here you'll see Distractor activated, and that's going to drop Ventura's accuracy quite a bit. And with Sign Stealer activated there, just missing that one. 1-2 count, 2 outs, runner on first. Be pushed foul, staying alive, and we'll do it again. 40th pitch for Ventura is a ball, so now 2-2, 2 outs. And pop foul once again, so good battle brewing here from Finley Pickles. Off-speed called, but it's going to be a grounder right to Blanchard, over to first, out number 3. So they do manage to get the base hit to break through, but Ventura bends but doesn't break, which I guess those two things don't make sense together. But anyways, it ends the inning. Still 1-0 Lockhorns, all because of this man right here, Joe Tent, who is still tense. Which I think just goes to show you how much he's been struggling this year, or in this tournament. He's down 1-2 as he pops that one foul, and Twirl gets that one at the bottom of the zone. I thought Tent was going to mash that one, but he checked his swing and got fooled. I guess he was looking for something else, and that's out number 1. Here comes Alex Hazard, who's also tense. Can't remember if he struck out last time, but he has been quiet, batting .200. He does have 2 home runs and 6 RBIs, but not hitting for average. And there's strike 3. So Tora Lupton twirling quite the game so far. She also managed to get this guy right here out last time up. J.R. Vang 0 for 1. Twirl is locked in. She's cruising right now. That was her 35th pitch of the game, and she gets another pitch low and inside. That's being chased for strike 2, and this time blooped right over the first baseman, and that's going to be a base hit for J.R. Vang with 2 outs, and he gets his mojo back, so he's locked in once again. Raiden Gaines comes up 0 for 1, batting .125 on the tournament. Twirl looks like she's going to go the distance in this one so far, with Tier 2 Workhorse really helping her out. Checking on the runner over at first, gets back in time, and the runner does take off on a ball low in the dirt, and it's not going to be in time as we see J.R. Vang get into scoring position for Raiden Gaines. We'll see if he can do anything with that. Popped foul there, 2-2, 2 outs. And dribbler up the middle. It's going to get right past the shortstop and into heading home. Oakley Reddier does not have a good enough arm to get that one in time. And that's going to be a nice manufactured run for the Lockhorns as he stole stole second base, and then scored on the RBI single from Raiden Gaines, who's standing on first base for Marv Kim. And that's going to be an off-speed pitch, but right to some Reed. And even with his weaker arm due to that shoulder injury, he's able to get it to first in time. 1 run scores, though, and the Lockhorns extend their lead to 2-0. However, for Les Ventura, he's going to have to go through the gauntlet here at least one more time, as he's going to face off against Kayla Carter in the 2 spot here to get things started. She'll take a strike right down the middle. Little hack activates here for her. Sees another, I think, that 2-seam fastball for a strike. This ball stays outside. 1-2 count for Kayla. And she'll bloop this one up the middle. And coming in is Elena Lim, but not able to get to it in time. And that's going to be a leadoff base hit for Kayla Carter. And now with her on base, Oakley Reddier may have an opportunity to tie things up. He's already got 2 home runs and 6 RBIs in the tournament. He's looking for a bad ball, and with that mind gamer, what a lethal combination that is. And it's going to be a base hit right up the middle underneath the glove of Les Ventura. And runners on first and second. And this might be the end of Les's day. And sometimes less is more. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to sound cool while I'm talking here. Great speed on the base paths. Caroline Gomez is tense. Rally starter is not activated. And she'll take a strike there, so 1-1 count with nobody out. Both runners that have started this inning have reached base. Ooh, that ball, wild slider, and it almost knocks Gomez out of her shoes. And then she swings wildly at that one, missing completely, and that's strike 3. Les now facing off against Genevieve Peichel. And over 50 pitches. Still looking okay, but it's looking like it's going to be tough for Les to get through this inning unscathed. 1-1 count, and there's a strike on the nice changeup that catches the inside part of the plate, and that ball tails just foul. Nice diving effort from Hazard. And another pitch just fouled off. 1-2 count, and off the glove of Emerson, and luckily it went down the third base line. He was able to get to it in time, and both runners did have to hold up. Full count now with 1 out. And Peichel comes through, base hit up the middle. Elena Lim comes up throwing, but even with her phenomenal arm, oh man, I thought it was going to get cut off, but just under the tag is Kayla Carter reaching from second base to score the first run of the ball game for the Joyriders. And now Teacup Rodin will come in, who's locked in, but Tier 1 surrounded activated here. Runners on first and second. Great speed at second. That's a tying run. And Nick Everdale looking to see what he can do with Little Hack activated on an 0-2 count. Swings through strike 3. Nice pitch to pull the string. Nick was well ahead of it, anticipating that fastball. And that's going to be out number 2. Some Reed comes up. Still injured. We're going to see that low pitch be a big factor here, and she throws a low pitch. Another one. Whoa, Alex Hazard, what an awkward little lunge there that he's able to catch that and keep it off the ground. He gets his mojo back, and he saves a run from scoring there, as Oakley Reddier is likely scoring from second on that one if it gets past him. And that ends the inning. So, wow, what a turn of events. Grounder to shortstop, Elena Lim, trying to rush that one out. She loses her mojo, and even though the wild throw was there, you can still see that shoulder injury playing a factor for Tusum Reed. He was able to get the out there. Pon Montez comes up. And Tora Lupton no longer locked in. I don't know when that happened. 1-2 count, and she's going to take a ball inside. And pop foul, so staying in this one for a little bit longer, and she'll take strike 3, frozen on the bottom part of the plate. I'm really curious to see how many strikeouts Twirl has at the end of this game. Emerson Smith comes up. He is tense. I don't know why. Swings through strike 1. Ball stays inside. That one's going to be pulled foul, so now 1-2 count and tough out activates. Gets his his contact back to above 100. 2-2 now. And this ball hit gently, but right in front of Oakley Reddier, as he almost, you could tell he was kind of in between whether he wanted to dive for that or not. And I think he made the right play of waiting. He ends up getting that one off of the hop, and it ends up allowing Emerson Smith to stand on first base and get his mojo back. Gabriel Blanchard, 0 for 2 today, loops that one over the first baseman into the right field corner. Runners will take off. Misplayed by Finley Pickles as he did not know where that ball was going to go as it bounces the other way, and it's going to be a double. Runners on second and third for Joe Tent. 1 for 2 with a home run. He got the scoring started in the first inning. Twirl looking to find herself into some trouble here, but still 2 outs. So she has a chance to get out of this without allowing another run to score. And Joe Tent shatters his bat, and an easy grounder for Kayla Carter. She dodges the shrapnel on her way to first base. Inning ends, but Gabriel Blanchard gave them a chance. Unfortunately, Emerson Smith very slow, and he could not get around the bases fast enough. So we head to the bottom of the 5th, and Twirl Lupton still locked in. We'll come back out to the plate. We'll see Talia Erickson, who got a base hit in her last at-bat. Sign stealer activated. It's going to take strike 2. That one fouled off, so 1-2 count once again. Ball 2 outside, 2-2 count, and this one's going to be muscled over the shortstop. Pon Montez gets it in, but it's going to be a leadoff base hit for Talia Erickson, which is the same thing we saw last time. And now Luna Sandberg will come up with max pressure now, so that locked-in mojo from Teacup looks even more impressive. Little hack activates for Luna. Not much speed over there at first base, and it's going to be a grounded ball up the middle, so another base hit for Sandberg, as she is 2 for 2 today. And runners on first and second for the top of the order for the Joyriders here. A perfect opportunity with no outs yet. Finley Pickles comes up, tier 3 sign stealer, no outs. Runners on first and second, tying run on second. Getting a little wild here is Teacup. She's trying to be careful, but she can't get too fancy with it. 2-1 count. And this one inside, and he makes contact there, so it's now 2-2. Ball pushed up the middle. Joe Tent over to Blanchard, over to first in time. Double play. Runner does advance to third base, but Joe Tent with a nice play will help the Lockhorns get to 2 outs. And 1 chance away from getting out of this without allowing the tying run to score from third. Kayla Carter comes up. She's been juiced. She hasn't made too much of an impact just yet. Pulls that off-speed pitch foul. 1-2 count. Little hack activates with 2 outs. And she swings through strike 3, pitching from Teacup Road, and she manages to get out of that. What a nasty pitch. And Kayla Carter can't believe it. That was the pitch she was looking for, but not that far inside. And it ends the inning. So a big golden opportunity for the Joyriders ends in frustration as we head to the top of the 6th. And oh my goodness, Alex Hazard almost extended the lead there. Instead, he grounds out to second base for out number 1. And a big boost to the mojo of Twirl Lupton, who's still out there here in the 6th inning. J.R. Vang is locked in 1 for 2 with a stolen base. Twirl over 60 pitches, but this is just past the halfway mark with her stamina. 1-1 count. And that's going to be pushed foul, so 1-2 now. Sign stealer activates, fastball coming, and it's just fouled off. The curveball drops out of the zone for a ball, and J.R. Vang sends it to deep right center field. It's going to one-hop the wall and bounce around. Oakley Reddier does get to it with his great speed, but it's going to be a one-out double for J.R. Vang, who is just continuously an ace killer as he gets another big hit, and now he has a chance to help the Lockhorns extend their lead and give themselves a bit more cushion going into the bottom of the 6th. They do need to rely on Raiden Gaines coming up here. He did last time, and he does this time as well. That ball just past the diving Everdale and into left field. They're going to throw that one all the way home. Runner stays at third base, but now with 1 out, first and third, Marv Kim comes up 0 for 2. He ran into one a couple of games back, but has not done much else other than that. Swings through an off-speed pitch way out of the zone. Twirl is at neutral mojo. She's starting to show signs of tired. Still doing well, though. 1-2 count here. 1 out. Not much speed over there at first base, so if she can get a ground ball, it might turn 2 here. And that ball's going to be blooped foul and just out of play down the left field line. 2-2 now. There's a ball high. Full count, and Marv staying alive there with a foul. Oh my God! Holy shit! Did that bounce off the wall of that building back there? Oh my God! 489 for Marv Kim. I don't know what's going on with this guy. I thought he was like the worst pick in this tournament. Honestly, I thought he was the worst player in this tournament, and he has come up with 2 huge home runs. That being a 3-run shot to make this a 5-1 ball game. Bam Hatchford, the closer, will come in to replace Twirl Lupton, who had a great day all the way up until that last at bat. 2-1 count here, and Elena Lim puts that one into left field. It's going to get all the way to the wall past Gomez, who is very slow, and that's going to be another double and a mojo boost for Lim. Whew, what a turn of events that becomes. And Bam with 3 pitches here, just trying to catch up. This will be his first appearance in this tournament. Tier 3 reverse splits against Pon Montez, you can see there. Tier 2 elite slider. Has a 4-seam, a slider, and a curveball. And that ball's going to be popped foul and out of play. 2-2 count. Runner on second with great speed. And this one's going to be hit slowly to short. Twosome will get to it in time. Looks the runner back to second. And throws to first in time for out number 2. Emerson Smith, 1 for 2. Back to neutral mojo, but you can see how impactful that reverse splits is against him. Takes a strike right down the middle. 0-1. We'll take ball outside for 1-1 count. This one hit awkwardly, but right to second base, and that's out number 3. The damage has been done, though. Twirl Lupton allowed that 3-run shot to Marv Kim, and that's going to be a big factor in whether the Joyriders have enough energy to get into this one and come back. They've done it before. When you think that they're out of it, they can come right back into this one. And Teacup is coming out for her 3rd inning of work. She's getting very tired now, as she's thrown 24 pitches. Oakley Reddy are very scary. He's still locked in. 3-1 count. Good opportunity for him, and it's ball 4, so you can see that Mind Gamer did its job. And now with great speed at first base, Carolyn Gomez comes up 0 for 2. Max pressure, she's tense, so that's going to hurt her even more. Ball, that one catches the top of the zone, apparently. I was going to stay outside, so 1-1 count. Popped foul will make it 1-2. And this one dribbled to pitcher, and Teacup will get it to second in time. They turn the double play. Oh, my goodness. I did not think that she got it to second in time. I thought that was going to be nobody out, and runners on first and second instead, nobody on, and 2 out for Genevieve Peichel, who did get a hit earlier today, one of few this tournament. I went a little wild, and now Big Hack activated with a 2-0 count. Takes strike 1. In a spot where she could have made some done some damage with it. Pulls that one foul, so now it's even. And Genevieve will ground up the middle. Joe Tent with a diving play. Not in time. You could tell that was the slowest play. That was the slowest outcome we could have expected. The very slow and very weak arm of Joe Tent versus the very slow Genevieve Peichel racing down the line. She reaches, though, on an infield single, and Nick Everdale will come up with Little Hack activated here, 0-2, and a base hit up the middle, so staying alive a little bit longer with 2 outs. A rally starting here. First and second, 2 outs for Twosome Reed. Maybe a good opportunity for a pinch hitter. Max pressure here. We'll see Teacup Roden get pulled for Garlic McConnell, who's locked in. Tier 1 meltdown, but we won't likely see that here, as Twosome will fly out to right field, and the rally ends just as fast as it begins. The Lockhorns win this one, really off of the bat of some unlikely heroes. We saw the solo shot from Joe Tent in the first inning. He put my foot in my mouth. And then we saw that big 3-run homer from Marv Kim there in the top of the Sixth inning, yeah. And this game was so much closer up until that point. That 5-1 just feels dirty to say. Lockhorns with 9 hits, allowing for those 5 runs, and the Joyriders 1 run on 8 hits. No errors in this one. For the Joyriders, an 0 for 3 day from Finley Pickles will never help the situation. Kayla Carter came into this juiced. She did reach base twice in 4 plate appearances, but she could have played a bigger factor in this game, and she did not. Oakley Reddier, he was silenced by Les Ventura and the Lockhorns as well, only going 1 for 2. Did reach base twice, though. Carolyn Gomez, 0 for 3. Honestly, not sure why they put her in the 4 spot. Genevieve Peichel, big day for her, 2 for 3 with an RBI. Nick Everdale, 1 for 3. Tewsome had a bad day. He's still dealing with that injury. Defensively, he held up all right, but offensively, you can see it's still playing a factor. Erickson, 1 for 2, and Luna Sandberg doing really well from the bottom of the lineup. The Lockhorns offense, quiet day from Blanchard, big home run from Tent, nothing else from him other than that. We see Alex Hazard continue to struggle, 2 strikeouts and 3 at-bats there, but J.R. Vang, the hottest hitter on this team, batting 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored, Gaines with an RBI hit, and then the Marv Kim with that huge 3-run homer. Also a hit from Lim and Emerson towards the bottom of the lineup. Pitching-wise, Tora Lupton, tough loss for her, as she pitched very well. And if you pull her before facing off against Marv, that looks like 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, and only 1 home run. Instead, you see the line there. She gets a loss. Bam Hatchford does allow a hit, but finishes those last 2 outs off. Lockhorns, Les Ventura did all right, only allowed the 1 run, but he did not go as far into this one as they would have liked, only 3 1/3. Teacup Roden pitched very well, 4 hits and 1 walk and 2 1/3. She struck out 2, and then Garlic McConnell came in, got the out immediately, so he gets the save. Marv Kim, number 1, J.R. Vang, number 2, Joe Tent, number 3. And that is going to be your top 3 for this game. So both games have been very interesting to start this second round. And I think no matter what we see in the finals is going to be a very fun matchup between 2 of these 4 teams. So next time out, we'll see Cash Callahan, who completely shut out the Buzzwings in Game 3 against them. He will be coming into this one to face off against Jeff Kennedy. We'll see who wins these 2. Jeff didn't even get a chance to pitch yet, as this sweep didn't allow him to. So this is a very interesting setup to their rotation for the Prowl. We'll see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know who your favorite player is in this tournament. If you don't have a favorite player, who is your team, whether they are already knocked out or if it's one of these 4 still in it. I'd love to hear your feedback. Let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.